Hi everyone, and welcome to the Medium Next Door, and my name is Bonnie Page. Thank you so much for tuning in today or tonight whenever you're watching the show. This show today is going to be all about angels, and it was brought about by I started doing a column, Ask Medium Bonnie, in the Sentinel and Enterprise, and the column that I did this week was Frequently Asked Angel Questions. So I hope to answer some of these questions for you today. Okay, so thank you all who submitted your questions, and I'm going to mention a few names, make sure that you know that I got your question. But the first question I think I should answer is, what is an angel? Well, the Bible describes angels as spiritual beings created by God. Yes, so beautiful angels, and there's all different kinds of angels, and we're going to talk about a couple of the different angels today. Darlene wrote in and asked, who are our angels? Can my loved one, my grandfather that passed, be one of my angels? And Darlene, in our hearts, of course, our loved ones who passed are our angels in our heart. But angels from God that were created by God have never walked upon earth. So our loved ones that are our angels in our heart actually can become our spirit guides. Spirit guides are those people that we have loved that have chosen to keep helping us on the other side. So our loved ones that have passed, like your grandfather, can choose to stay on and be one of your spirit guides. And what does a spirit guide do? Well, stays on and actually goes to school in heaven to learn how to guide and protect us from the other side, from heaven, chooses to stay with us on this journey until we go back home to heaven again. So I know lots of times, even when I'm doing readings, I can close my eyes and I can see some of my spirit guides, who one is my grandfather, one is my brother, and now I often see my mother. And so yes, they become our spirit guides, but in our hearts are angels. So each of us actually was also given a guardian angel. Before we came down to earth, we were assigned, or they were assigned to us as a guardian angel, and your guardian angel will stay with you here on earth until you return home to heaven. And as in the Bible, he will give his angels charge of you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. So Terry wrote in and said, could you tell me a little bit more about archangels? So archangels, the word archangel comes from the Greek words arch and angel, meaning chief angel. So these chief angels, these archangels, they watch out for us, but they also watch over our guardian angels. Okay, an archangel is an angel that specializes in specific things to help us down here on earth. And one of those things is protection. So Archangel Michael, whose name means like God. Michael was the first created by God and is the leader of all the other archangels. Michael protects us physically, emotionally, and even psychically. He is the patron of police officers and soldiers because he helps with heroic deeds and bravery. He is the defender of goodness and light the overseer of truth and fairness. Now, I always tell you, I will only teach you what I know to be true, and I see Archangel Michael. I hear Archangel Michael. He often helps me when I'm doing my readings or my angel card readings, and the energy comes from a specific place, so I know it's him. And also, lots of times just waking up or just falling to sleep, I can see Archangel Michael. And Michael carries this sword, but it's a sword of love and light, right? But it's protection for us. So you would call in Archangel Michael if you were walking down an alleyway alone and you were a little afraid. You would want to like call him in, or you weren't feeling so sure about a situation and you want a little more protection there, and even psychically. So having a hard time with someone, call in Archangel Michael just with his sword of light and love to take away your fears. And also, I'm a Reiki practitioner and work with the chakra system. And we can actually get they're called cords of attachments from others' energy attaching to us. They're not always bad. Their cords of attachment really can be from people that love us, but seem to need something from us. So we only want our own energy around us. So I can see Archangel Michael many times just cutting those cords of attachments that have attached to people. And remember, good cords and more draining cords, sometimes you can see the difference. But if you're feeling drained from someone taking up your energy, or, even your best friend that's being, a little Eeyore here and there and bringing your energy down, we love them. So we don't want to cut the cords of friendship, but we don't want anyone's energy attaching to us either. Nurses come in and they assist a lot of people, and a lot of people need their energy. And lots of times I can see a lot of little white cords going out of them. So Archangel Michael, if you are feeling fatigued or you just need to have your own energy back, call him in to assist with this, and he'll always be happy to help you. And also, to restore peace and harmony in a situation, Michael's great for all of these things. So Archangel Michael is just one of the archangels. And another archangel that I see all the time is Archangel Raphael, whose name means God heals. And Archangel Raphael is the healer angel. He watches over and guides all those of us all the time. You can call him in, whether you have a broken heart or a broken leg, or if you're in a healing profession, such as a doctor or a counselor or a nurse, you can call him in to actually help you. When I'm doing a Reiki session, I see Archangel Raphael coming in to guide even where my hands are going while I'm giving a Reiki session. And remember, I see him and I hear him, so I know this to be true. So if you or your loved ones are in need of healing, call in Archangel Raphael. He's the angel to call for healing. I saw him once standing beside the Reiki bed when I was giving a Reiki session, and actually taking his beautiful long white wings and placing them over the body of the person that I was working on, to give her a healing. So I know this to be true, and so call Raphael if you need help with any healing that's going on in your life. Remember, there is no task too big or too small for your angels. All you have to do is ask. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be opened for you. And that's Matthew 7:7. And let's talk a little bit more about asking. Angels really love it when you ask them to come into your life. I tell my people that come in to see me all the time, if you can take a Post-it note and write the words ask and place it on your mirror in front of you every day or someplace that you go, even where you're brushing your teeth, right? Ask. And then just take a moment to close your eyes or just, talk to the angels and ask them to be with you during your day. They can help in so many ways, but they love to be asked. And why do they like to be asked? Because we have God's free will. And even God doesn't interfere with that our own God's free will. Angels, however, can step in and help if it's a life and death situation and it's not your time to go back to heaven. They can step in and help you on those occasions. So I did have another question asked, and it was, can an angel take any form in order to help us? So you've all heard about these stories of people seeing angels standing near accidents, or people even seeing a person that takes the form of us that helps someone, only to, when you turn around, they have disappeared. An angel can take any form in order to help you get the job done. And then we don't want to forget about Archangel Gabriel, whose name means hero of God. She is the famous angel who told the Virgin Mary about her impending birth and who later delivered the news, "Behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy," news about newborn Jesus. Gabriel is the messenger who brings news to us about forthcoming events. So when would you ask Archangel Gabriel to step in? She is all about communication, right? She is the messenger angel. So if you needed to give a speech, or even like I did today, I asked her to join me so this would be easier speaking to all of you today. How about if you had to give a presentation in front of a large audience? You'd call in Archangel Gabriel and ask her to help you with this. And Archangel Gabriel is all about, in Reiki, the chakras, the throat chakra. And she's always telling me, I need people to speak their truth. So it's always wonderful to speak your truth, right? Or your throat chakra can become clogged. You want to speak your truth, but try to do it always from a place of love and coming from the heart. That's all you need to do. You can say what you need to say always, but coming from a place of love. So Archangel Gabriel. Kat wrote in and asked, how do I know if my angels are around me? And I said to her, you have to sometimes look for the signs, Kat, because angels can be very subtle. right? So sometimes angels, come in and it's just a touch on your arm or your shoulder to give you confidence or to reassure you about something that's coming up. But most of the time, angels are very subtle. But again, if you ask them to come in and give you a sign, they will try to let you know that they are near to you. So how can they do that besides a touch on the arm or a touch on the shoulder or a breeze or a sensation? Or have you ever just felt yourself standing there or sitting there and you just feel like you're wrapped in unconditional love, but you don't know really where you're getting the feeling or the sense, but you just know everything's going to be all right? That can be from your angels. Along with that, sparkles of light. Sparkles of light. So when my dad was 4, his mom went to heaven, and he lived in an older house, and his bedroom was upstairs, and he told me of how he would be in his bed at night, and up above would all be sparkles of light dancing around his ceiling. And he didn't quite know what they were, but he knew that he felt safe. Safe. And so I feel like that was his mom sending the angels, or his mom stepping in and letting him see those beautiful flashes of light. They also can be flashes of color out of your peripheral vision. I'm sure sometimes you guys are walking along and you see something and it makes you do a double take. So usually angels can be like on the sides of you. Even our spirit guides, we can catch a glimpse sometimes, right? And it makes us do a double take. Even of a loved animal that has passed. Lots of times I can catch a glimpse of one of my cats or dogs running up and down my stairs, and then I full on look and they're gone. But pay attention to what you're seeing out of, the corner of the room. And another one I absolutely love is how many of you have found a white feather that seems to appear from nowhere. So one night I was at the old mill and I was giving an event. So I was walking around giving messages, and this young man didn't quite want to get up and get a message, so his mom did for him. And as he was sitting at the table and I was giving the message to his mom, and it was from his grandfather, a beautiful white feather went like this in front of the whole table and landed on his plate. So they wanted him to know, right, that they were around and this was for real. Or, sometimes you ever just feel a soft whisper in your ear? Or how about a little voice saying, that's good, or maybe that's not, right? An angel, if you're in trouble, they can also give you a loud shout. Sometimes you can hear someone shouting if you're in danger. Or how about when angels, there's 2 roads that you can take, but you feel like you should go left and not right, right? Angels giving you a heads up, a heads up. So a lot of other ways angels can get signs to us is, and I hear it all the time, so I know you guys know this, sequences of numbers, 111, 222, 333, but they pop up everywhere, on license plates, on alarm clocks, wherever you look, it's like, oh wow, I just saw that, a day or 2 ago. But those are angels trying to get you messages, okay? And they all have They all have a reason to get you a certain number, 444, 888. And so I'm just going to tell you about this. I am trained from Doreen Virtue to be a certified angel card reader, but she also has wonderful books, and she has a book on just angel numbers. So you can Google your number to Doreen Virtue, and really it will pop right up, and you can get more of an explanation on that. The other way our angels can come to us is in our dream state, because that veil is very thin. So if you wake up and you say, oh, I think I was talking to an angel, you probably were. So I had Debbie call in and ask, how do I communicate with my angels? Well, remember, Debbie, ask them to start a conversation with you, okay? Invite them to come in to your life and to be around you. And you know, it's even fun, you know, you just got to start a dialogue with your angels, right? So you ask to see a sign. I want to see a sign from my angel today. And you know, sometimes it might not happen that same day, or maybe not even the next day. But even when you go to bed at night, I would like a sign from my angels. I want to know who's around me. I want a sign from my spirit guide, right? Ask, and you shall receive. But it's really fun just to give your angel a task, right? A task. I would like help with this today, or I would like to see how that can come about and happen for me. Give them a task, and if it is alignment with your highest and your greatest good, they will work with you. So you become one-on-one, working with your angels. But try it. Try giving them a task. And of course, meditation always is a #1 way to start communicating with your angels. And why? Because your mind is quiet, right? So angels, just like spirit in heaven, whether it be God, Jesus, your loved ones, when we learn to quiet our mind and take our junk out of the way, they can start to give us beautiful messages, right? So we just quiet our minds, and meditation is one way to do that, either just sitting with some music, or just sitting by a brook. They just showed me, show them by a brook, a running brook, sitting on a rock, taking a hike. When you quiet your mind, that's when spirit, angels can get a message to you that they need to get to you. So if you want to start communicating with angels, you just have to make that a priority of, you know, life is busy and we're all going like this all the time. It's nonstop. But if you learn to just take 10 minutes a day and quiet your mind, this is how your angels can get a message to you. And another fun way to do this, I'm teaching a class at Mount Wachusett Community College tomorrow night, and it's an angel card class, right? So all of you out there can go and get a deck of angel cards, and I do recommend Doreen Virtue's. They're very easy to work with. There's a booklet in there, so you don't need to have a class with me, but so if you go on Amazon, or a lot of the metaphysical stores will have decks of angel classes, decks for you. Just the book's there, everything's there. Learn to just draw one card for yourself a day. Ask your angels, what do I need to know today? And then draw that card and just Start that conversation. Look at the card, read the message, but then use your own intuitive muscle to say, what do I need to know? And then quietly listen for the answer. So, hey, I hope that this has been helpful today. I told you about 3 of the archangels, but there's many. There's also many different angels. We just don't have time to talk about all of them today, but hey, get an angel book and start reading it. You'll really build up a rapport with the angels. And remember what I want you, the most thing that I want you to remember today is please ask. Ask and you shall receive. Thank you, everyone. Till next time, remember, ask your angels.